Cote d'Ivoire is an attractive and rewarding destination for investors and development partners. Despite 10 years of political turmoil, its economy has shown resilience. Indeed, 2012 economic growth is estimated at 8% and should reach 10% in 2014.
The president has a vision for the Ivory Coast. He wants to make Ivory Coast an emerging country by 2020.
In 2012, with help from major international financial institutions and friendly countries, Cote d'Ivoire has drastically reduced its external debt from 68% of GDP in 2007 to just 18% in 2012. As a reminder, the global average is 40%. In addition, all outstanding debt to private creditors are being standardized.
Now, the Ivory Coast has more than 23 million people. Its population is growing at a rate of 2.9% per year. Consumption increases. The level of demand is accelerating. The first duty of the government is to ensure the safety of persons and property, as well as social peace, improving the living conditions of population. Education, public health, housing, jobs.
To foster growth, Cote d'Ivoire must revitalize key sectors of the economy. For this, 3 areas of focus are identified: a modern and efficient administration, an improved business environment, increased investment.
Freed from the weight of its debts, the Ivorian state can now invest in building economic infrastructure, social and basic infrastructure in such sectors as transport, water, and energy. This year, almost 8% of GDP will go to great works such as raise the country's competitiveness. In 2013, the level of investment will exceed the wages of public service.
Cote d'Ivoire recognizes the private sector as an engine of growth. It is organized and attentive. The business environment has been greatly improved recently. An updated legislative framework exists for investment and telecom. New codes are on the way for electricity, mining, and hydrocarbons. Additionally, war is being waged against corruption and so-called incidentals.
500 custom agents attend training to track fraud and counterfeiting. Exemplary sanctions are applied, commercial courts are established. Transparency and independence of the judiciary must still improve. A deep reform is underway. It will ensure the safety of people and property.
The Investment Promotion Agency, CPC, has reduced the time to start a business to a few days and aims for 48 hours. 56 companies have been approved for investments between January and June 2012. They may establish themselves in Abidjan or interior regions. Several new industrial areas are planned at a cost of 130 billion francs CFA, with 1,700 jobs to be created.
The inevitable challenges of globalization require Ivorian executives to have the spirit of excellence. With the reopening of universities and technical institutes, high-level training resumes. The West African sub-region provides a natural outlet to Ivorian companies with over 300 million consumers. Internationally, exports are favored especially by the membership of Cote d'Ivoire to the AGOA.
Beyond these advantages, economic liberalism, smart taxation, and the free movement of people and goods remain basic principles.
This country is one of the most fertile on the continent. It is the agriculture and agro-industry that economists estimate the biggest growth potential. Such sectors as food production, such as rice culture or product to be exported locally, or better, to be processed, such as coffee, cocoa, palm oil, rubber, cashew nut, and tropical fruits.
Already the world's largest producer, Cote d'Ivoire has deeply reformed its vital cocoa sector. It ensures a good level of remuneration for millions of farmers. As involved stakeholders, they practice sustainable cocoa cultivation and seek to improve the quality of the beans.
From north to south, thousands of hectares of land are available for exploitation, provided it respects the needs of both people and nature. And the state is ready to invest 10% of the national budget in the rural sector. The current 1.424 megawatt generation capacity will increase to 2015 megawatt. This will require tripling output at the main power plants and the construction of a seventh hydraulic dam in the southwest.
In terms of oil, the 4 platforms located off our shores produce 30,000 barrels per day. In less than a year, on 8 new wells discovered, 2 gives promising perspectives. Ivory Coast makes a structural reform of the sector to join the International Initiative for the Extractive Industries Transparency.
Still on petroleum products, Cote d'Ivoire generates 170 million cubic feet of natural gas a day. 12 new exploration contracts were signed and seismic campaigns continue at sea. In the future, Cote d'Ivoire will once again become the region's key power supplier. Still unknown, the mineral potential is important: iron, manganese, nickel, bauxite, copper. Gold production jumped with Togon ore mining in the north.
A railway line down the minerals in the port of San Pedro paved the way for enhancing the mineral potential of the Western Mountains. Between the total energy, mining and oil, it is a portfolio of 3 trillion French CFA on 150 investment projects proposed.
The recovery strategy also requires a diversification of sources of profit. Entire sectors of services are to be developed: urban transport, lagoon and rail services to industries and mining, data processing, outsourcing, IT, but also tourism and cultural industries.
The role of SME will be decisive. The retail giants are implanted in Abidjan. The planned opening of several malls, among the largest in Africa, are already scheduled. Luxury items, food, electronics, international brands are opening franchises. Airlines back. Construction sites are proliferating. Foreign delegations are coming. Asian manufacturers begin to install. In a few months, Cote d'Ivoire is once again a leading destination for investors seeking opportunities. We have to see in those results a rigorous management of public finances and implementation of deep reforms. The country has regained its credibility and hence its ability to develop ambitious projects, including through public-private partnerships. Already 11 projects are ready to start up during the term.
As many countries have helped us overcome our trials, if the African Development Bank brings its headquarters from Tunis to Abidjan, if the European Union, the French Development Agency, the World Bank, IMF, and sub-regional financial institutions support Cote d'Ivoire to be reborn, this will start the Ivorian engine again. Cote d'Ivoire can and must become the center of growth once again, which will result in good benefits for the entire West African regions. Jobs, sustainable benefits, a calm social situation.
All Ivorians will tell you what they want is to work in peace. The short-term goal, it is a 2-digit growth in 2014-2015. Our vision is to work together to make Cote d'Ivoire an emerging country by year 2020. We will all benefit.